Alright guys, what's going on? It's Matt McCooch, welcome back to the channel. And I just want to take time to make a video about a post that I saw on Instagram yesterday, and I put it up on my page, and I'll have it up in this video. But the picture, it said the 6 things that you need to quit in your life like now. And each of these 6 points that were on this post are what I think very valuable pieces of information that people need to keep in mind on a daily basis. And the things that a lot of people, I feel, deal with nowadays on a daily basis, and they struggle to be able to find like understanding or seeking out like truth in each of these points. So I'm just going to go through each of the 6 points, and I'm just going to give just a little explanation about each individual one. Alright, so the first bullet point is trying to please everyone. And that's something that I know I struggle with on a daily basis. And there's a lot of other people that go through this too. And what you guys got to understand is you are not put on this earth to be able to be a people pleaser, to go out there and make sure you can make everybody happy, and you can please every single person. Because at the end of the day, in going through that, what you'll find is by putting all of your energy into other people, into making them happy, into making them feel good and stuff like that, you'll notice at the end of the day that you start losing a little piece of yourself, because you don't take time to take stock and take inventory of yourself and say, hey, am I happy? Am I pleasing myself? Am I being the best myself that I can be? And a lot of people get lost in thinking they'll be happy if I make, this person happy, and this person happy, and just going all around. And it's very taxing, guys, almost to the point where it's like you kind of lose yourself, if you guys understand what I mean, in trying to please other people, because you're not taking care of the only person who you should be always making happy, and that's yourself first and foremost. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with making people happy. I'm not saying that by far, because that's actually a really good thing. But what I'm saying is you got to take it in a moderation, guys. So, if your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, making them happy, there's nothing wrong with that. But you also got to make sure that you're doing things and you're taking care of yourself to make sure that you're happy. Number 2 on the list is fearing change. And I feel as though this goes back to the most basic fear that all humans have, and that's the unknown, or not knowing. And with change, that's exactly what comes along with it. With a change, whether it's a good or bad change, you don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know if it's going to go for you, if it's going to go against you. And just that not knowing, that unknown, is what scares people. And that's why a lot of people, if they sense change, they get really uncomfortable about it instead of embracing it, and they'll try to run away from the change. They'll try to keep it in their cookie cutter kind of lifestyle, where they have every single thing planned out and they have control over everything. And that's not the way to live, guys, because you can have control over everything that you want, but at the end of the day, there's things that are just out of your that are out of your control. You can't do anything about that. As opposed to being afraid and running from that change, embrace it. Because change, it can go either one of 2 ways, depending on how your mindset is and how you think. Change can either be for the better, or it could be for the worst. It's all about how you perceive it. And it goes back to my video I posted a week or 2 ago about finding happiness. It's all about your mindset, guys. When you get in the habit of seeing things positive and only seeing the good in things, then you're going to get good things in your life. If you always see the negative, or if you groan and you moan and you only, look at the worst things in life, well then guess what? That's going to be the reoccurring theme in your life. So you got to change your mindset first and foremost. And with change, guys, I'm telling you, a lot of the time, it's always for the better. It's to make you stronger as a person. It's not to necessarily cripple you. It's to make you stronger and to be able to grow and build from whatever change you went. And other times, hey, it could be pure happiness change. It's just something that makes you that much better as a person that you just get happy about it. Number 3 is probably one of the more, I'll say, pertinent ones here. And this is living in the past. Living in the past is not a healthy thing, guys. If you're in a relationship with someone and say you've had bad past experience with relationships and stuff like that, like you were cheated on, or you were abused or neglected, something like that. If you live in the past, when you date that other person or when you're in that relationship with a new person, you're going to find out that a lot of insecurities that you had that spawned from your old relationship are going to take hold on your new relationship and not allow you to really be able to have a full, functional, healthy relationship with that person. Because the past, what happened in the past, guys, it happened in the past. It's back there for a reason. It's behind you. And that's where it should stay. If you're constantly, bringing up your baggage and stuff like that, all you're doing is you're reaching behind you and you're pulling it along with you. You're not leaving it where it should be. Like if you're in a car and you're driving on a road, and if you see, like you see trees and power lines and stuff like that, they're just passing you by, or you see like a pretty flower on the side of the road, and there's just a whole bunch of them. Are you really going to stop and pull over and pick them up as you go along? That's going to prevent you from moving forward, guys. So you just got to keep that vehicle moving in your life and not look back. All your past experiences, good, bad, whatever, they were all put in your life and happened to you for a reason, to help you to grow as an individual and learn more about yourself and what you want and what you don't want, what you'll accept, what you won't accept, and what you won't stand for. Living in the past it's just not healthy, guys. It really isn't. You got to stay in the present and keep looking towards the future. Keep striving and looking ahead and looking ahead. Whatever your goals are, hey, that's another thing. Whatever your goals are, keep them in front of you. That's your future. That's what you're shooting for. You're always moving forward like a train. A train does not go backwards. It's constantly rolling forward, and it's rolling forward. And that's the same way that you got to live your life, guys. Number 4 is, I've talked about this in my videos, a whole bunch of times, and it's putting yourself down. And with putting yourself down, everybody has bad days, right? You have a day where, you wake up and, you may not be feeling hot. You may not be feeling 100%. And, you go to work and, you spill coffee on you, and, your boss is raving on you about getting in, some sheets or some papers or something like that, and you're just having a bad day. That's okay, because it happens to everybody. But don't put yourself down in terms of if your boss is berating you and saying, oh, you're the biggest idiot in the office. Why are you so slow all the time? When they constantly berate you and tell you that stuff over and over again, you have two options. You can either let it fully sink into you and let that put you down even further, or you can ignore it and know your own self-worth and say, hey, it's just this guy. He's just being, a real jerk today. Okay? So there's those two ways that you can view that. But you can't put yourself down, because if you're having a bad day and if you put yourself down even further, it's not healthy, guys. You have to have that positive mindset, that happy mindset, as to where you look at the day and you embrace it and you're ready for it, and whatever's coming on, and you just take it as it goes, and you're always being positive with it, instead of looking at it and hanging your head and just being like, why me? Why does this always happen to me? You can't think like that, guys. You got to stay positive, and always, always, always don't put yourself down. Pick yourself up, because when you pick yourself up, you're going to pick up a lot of people around you, and they'll definitely notice that for sure. Number 5 is, I think everybody's guilty of this, and that's overthinking in any kind of situation, in any relationship, about anything in life, guys. When you think about something, so let's say, for instance, you're getting ready to, or you've been dating a girl for a while, right? And you're kind of trying to feel out, whether she likes you or not. And now this will go back to number 3, which was living in the past. Say, for instance, she's not the best texter, okay? Say that, she's at work, and, sometimes she texts you short, and it is what it is. And in this situation, someone who has, some insecurities, which is perfectly normal, would think that by those short texts that he or she is getting, that, oh, maybe they might not be into me. And then what'll happen from there is it'll stem a process that they'll start thinking. And they'll be like, oh, I wonder if she likes me. Or he likes me. Oh, maybe I said the wrong thing. Oh, maybe it's over. And once you start thinking like that, guys, it just becomes like a plague. And you start overthinking everything, because in that overthinking, you'll put yourself down, like we just talked about. And whatever you make a decision of in the beginning of what you want to do, if you sit there and you constantly dwell on it, and if you think about it a lot and a lot and a lot, then you get to second guess yourself. And that's always what happens when you overthink things, guys, is you get away from that first gut instinct that you have about something. And then your brain kicks in. Your brain starts asking 1,000 questions like, well, what if this? What if this? What if this? What if this? And then you sit back and you're kind of like, maybe I'm not so sure. And then you start second guessing yourself. And then that leads to you making a decision that you may not have wanted to make in the first place, but because you allowed yourself to overthink about everything, that's what happens. And the last but not least one, it is the overarching theme in all of my videos, guys, and it's you've got to quit being negative. And that pairs with putting yourself down, but I'm going to put a different spin on it. Like I've said in all my previous videos, when you wake up in the morning, you got 2 ways to view the day: positive or negative, right? When you wake up, you hit that alarm clock, you put your feet on the floor and your eyes open up, and you get that good morning stretch. 2 ways, positive or negative. How that day is going to feel, or how that day is going to play out, is dependent totally upon you and your mindset from when you first wake up in the morning. And being negative is, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities, because you're going to, like we talked about, you're going to hang your head, and you're just going to be, in your feelings, saying, why do things happen to me? And I'm not really ever going to amount to anything. On the other end, when you're positive and you keep your head up, you're always looking for that next opportunity. And you're always looking for, hey, I can go help out over here. Let me go put what I have, my talents, to use in that way. And like I said in the previous video, when you have that mindset, it changes the way that you see things in life. I mean, it really does. I can say it over and over again in the videos, guys, but until you really experience that change of, that change in mindset, you really can't understand what I'm talking about. It's so eye-opening. You see things before in a different light now. Like things that you never could have thought possible, that you could have, had a different feeling or had a different thought about. It'll happen. I challenge you guys. tomorrow morning after you watch this video, okay, when you wake up and your feet put on, or you put your feet on the ground, say to yourself 3 times before you get ready and go do what you got to do in the day. Say, today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be a good day. You say that little mantra to yourself 3 times, and you go out and have your day. I want to know how your day was. Put it in the comments. Okay? By saying it, you're actually getting it out of your head, and you're actually admitting it to yourself. Today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a good day, and today's going to be a good day. All right, guys?